Thank you, Chairman and members. House Bill 481 simply states that any person who transports and stores a firearm or firearm ammunition in compliance while on or using a parking area located on property owned, used, or operated by a school shall not be guilty of criminal offense.
Any questions of the sponsor? Representative Jones, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative, I don't know if you were up here or not when Senator Cooper's daughter was shot, but she was a principal at a school, and somebody who didn't like the fact that they were going to be transferred, went out to their car, got a gun, and shot her. And it's my understanding that she's still paralyzed. Now, we used to use the term going postal, and that was because people went out to their car and got a gun, came back in, and shot as many people as they could in a workplace. And I guarantee you that there are some people up here that might think about that, too. And there's no good reason for a gun to be on school property. There's just no good reason. The teachers don't want it there. The students don't need it there. And there's no good reason for that. I can never, ever support a gun at school. And I'm not sure exactly how a lot of parents are going to feel about it and what they're going to want to do about their children that go to schools where there are guns all over the parking lot. I think this is a really bad thing to do to education.
Chairman Carter, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Sponsor, let me make sure I understand this. If my daughter gets off school at 3:30, I leave my work to go pick her up and take her home. I have to put my gun and lock it in the trunk of my car, or I have to park off school property, walk in, get her, and walk back.
Currently,
that's what this bill is for not to take guns to school, but to pick up and deliver kids and stuff, so that you don't have to stop and hang your gun on a tree limb, drive in, let her out of the car, go back, climb the tree, get the gun back, put it in your car. Am I correct?
You're correct, sir.
And that's a loophole that in our prior act we missed. Secondly, there was a Senate amendment put on this bill. Are you going to add that amendment? I do not support it. I will not support it.
I'm not adding it, no, sir.
Okay, so I have your word on that.
Yes, sir.
All right, then you have my vote.
Bill's in its original form.
Representative Coley, you're recognized. Thank you. Okay. Representative Beck, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman Coley. I had a town hall meeting in my district last night, and this was one of the bills that was listed. And the people in my district and in my community do not believe that there should be an accessible gun anywhere on school property. So I will have to respectfully vote against this due to the will of my district.
Yes, sir.
Representative Coley, you're now recognized. Thank you. Representative Matheny, what amendment was put on the bill in the Senate committee?
The Senate limited only to post-secondary education institutions.
Post-secondary. Okay. Public, not private. I'm very reluctant to support it. I mean, if this were to make it to conference, would you accept the conference report if that indeed were included as the amendment?
I won't. If it's this committee's will that this bill travels in its virgin state, I'll keep that in conference.
Okay. Any other questions of the sponsor? Seeing none, all those in favor of Amendment 1 indicate by saying aye.
There's no amendment, sir.
Oh, I was just testing you.
Okay.
You have to have a little levity to do this job. All those in favor of House Bill 481 indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? No. The noes have it. The bill fails.
Thank you, Chairman and members.